Hey everyone, this is Rachel, and today I'm here with a new scrapbooking process video. Thanks so much for joining me here, and I hope you enjoy. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome, and I would love it if you would become a subscriber. You can also click on the notification bell so you always know when I have a new video up. Alright folks, let's get going! Hey everyone, welcome to another For the Love of Homemade Kits video. This time around, I'm actually going to be making a double page, so we're going to see how that works. Also, this is coming up a little bit late for those of you who have your Luddite self going on. There's a little bit of a thing going around the world right now, and I have been in a scrapbooking funk, not really wanting to scrapbook, not really wanting to talk to people or do really anything creative, but I'm gonna work with this kit. I'm gonna get through it. We're all gonna get through it, and let's just try to keep our creative selves in tech check with our anxiety selves. And so just go ahead and check out everyone on the March playlist. We had a little trouble with the March playlist, so they may not be as up to date as possible, but if you just put in the search bar For the Love of Homemade Kits March 2020, you should come up with all of our videos. If you hear the little tap dancing, that would be my dog Sadie. She's coming to see who I'm talking to, and she can't find them, so she's wandering around trying to look for them. All right, as I said, I have a double page layout. I will also put a link directly to the kit making video for this video, along with the one to the March playlist. So if you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. And let's get going. All right, so what I've got going on is these, I think it's six or seven photos of a day trip I took to Minihaha Falls back when I went to a crop in Minnesota at the end of September 2019. So before the crop started, one of the local ladies who was throwing it took us on a little day trip to visit some of the areas in the area outside of Minneapolis, or around Minneapolis. Now, for those of you, I've had a couple people ask what crop this was. This was actually a private crop put on by friends of mine. We all belong to an online group and we got together. We've done this several times in different areas of the country. So I have this scrap of paper that is from Chamel's field trip for, well, not last week because I ended up skipping a week just due to general lack of creative juices flowing. But the previous For the Love of Homemade Kits layout I made was a green monochromatic one. So I had trimmed off the two strips of green and now I'm using the other colors. Now I am going to pull green in, as you can see, with both this Echo Park paper dark green as well as this lighter green paper I also had in my kit, and this is from Pink Paisley Cedar Lane. Okay, I have to remember that for a second. So you also see that I tore that gold foil star vellum piece. I'm going to put that on either side of the rainbow piece, which I'm going to have crossing over both pieces of my double page layout. Now I go ahead and I mat the 4x7, 5x7 photo of the waterfall, as well as the selfie I took with the the selfie I took of myself, of course. The selfie I took with the waterfall over my shoulder. Now I am going to double mat the 5x7 photo with that dark green Echo Park paper as well. So now all I'm doing is trimming the field trip paper, multiple colored striped paper, into two pieces. So obviously I will be able to fit them into both of the page protectors that this will go into. And then all I'm doing is running that vellum piece along the outer edge of both of the rainbow striped paper. I was really happy to use this vellum piece. I'd been wanting to use it the whole week, the whole month, and I was definitely super glad to finally be able to use it. So I am going to end up trimming down one of my photos. I have currently, in the original idea, was to have 4 photos on the left and 3 photos on the right, but I felt the photos on the left were crowded, and one of the photos there's a lot of green going on in the photos. That's one of the reasons I wanted to bring the green in with the matting. We've got 2 photos of the group of us who went on the little trip. And what I didn't like was spanning the entire left side with both of my photos. So I decided to take this one and just trim it down to a 4x4. I figured there are already 3 other nature shots on here. I can just trim down one of them and still you get the idea of what's going on in the photo. So now I'm going ahead. I like the way things are looking in regards to my papers and my photos. And so I want to get an idea of what I have to use for my title work and also what I have for embellishments. Now I start off with using 2 of the Cedar Lane paper clips that are leaf shaped. And I end up putting them on the 2 photos that have multiple people on them. And I'm actually really happy with the way they turned out. I find paper clips to be difficult to use. They often bend the paper too much to my liking, although I will say these actually were pretty flat. They also tend to not look, they look cute with the little paper clip part in it, but when you then put that part of the paper clip behind, sometimes, not with these still look cute, but sometimes they don't look as cute as they originally did. But in this case, it worked out quite well. So since I have an idea, I'm liking where my photos are, I go ahead and glue them down. And so I wasn't quite sure where I wanted that photo, the selfie, to go, because did I want my title to go above the selfie or did I want my title to go below the selfie? So what I end up doing actually is I'm also not happy with how plain it is over by my selfie. Haha, where I'm by myself. Sorry, I'm a little punchy. I've been in the house now a couple days without really leaving for any reason, so we're getting a little stir crazy, I guess would be the word. Anyway, so what I ended up doing was taking the B side of that Cedar Lane paper, ripping little sections off and adding them to the left side of my left photo with myself in it, and then the right side of the right photo with all of our group in it, just to bring another texturized piece of paper in. That's why I tore it against the ruler rather than cutting it. So I'm checking out my alpha options. I really love that gold foil pebbles one, but unfortunately I just don't have a lot of letters left. So I am going to go with this green word hello, which is from Basic Gray. I don't remember what line it comes from because it's quite old. And then I'm going to use these. They are not like a true black. They're really more like a super dark charcoal that's called Good Tidings, and it came out in 2013. And so my entire title is going to be Hello Minihaha Falls, because that's where these photos are taken. So the good tidings is going to be the words Minihaha, or the word Minihaha. And then I'm also going to grab another black font from American Crafts called Together, and that's what I'm going to use the word falls for. Now I did not have the 2 eyes, so I did trim off a lower letter T and turned that into an I, and I wanted to share that. So the MacGyvering did occur in this particular layout. So I'm going to go ahead, lay all my letters down. I'm going to use my T-square ruler, and I'm going to go ahead and glue them at the bottom of that photo. Now, once again, I've got several photos of very similar nature elements, so I thought just taking up that really bottom portion of the photo wasn't really taking away from the layout. So as I said, this is the Together font, so it's all uppercase but two different sizes. And then I made sure the word falls all fell on the lighter twig cardstock that has the vellum piece over it, because that dark blue and then that navy with the black on top of it, it would not have been very readable. So now I'm starting my embellishments. I've got two different kinds of wood veneer. I have those colored leaf wood veneer, which was a scrap swap sister gift from Beth. Beth watches my videos and she's super awesome. And then I also have these apple wood veneers, which I actually got at this crop I was going to after this day trip was over. And so the idea behind the crop, like the quote unquote theme, was mini Minneapolis, and then it was in the fall, so it was like a fall market in Minneapolis type thing. It was very cute. They did some really awesome things for the crop, and they had some amazing gifts for us. So these wood veneer apples were just one of them. I'm also pulling in these puffy hearts. They are from the Chamel Go Now Go, and they are very fall themed as well. It's another way to pull in those green, because even though I didn't have green in that main striped paper, between my green mats and the green in the photos, I also wanted to bring that green in to my embellishments. I have several of the older pink paisley stickers, which were very happy themed. You brighten my day. I don't remember what the other one says. It's something about sunshine, but I don't remember. And then from Jilly Bean Soup, I've got these words. One says hugs and one says together. And then I also have that chipboard piece that is also from Basic Gray, along with the word hello, and it says unforgettable, and it really was. For those of you who live in Minnesota, if you've never been to Minihaha Falls, it is spectacular. It's not massive, it's not Niagara Falls or anything, but it's really beautiful, and just the park around it has great, wonderful scenic area. So I was super excited to go see it, and just the amount of water there was crazy. So one of the other items in our kits were roller date stamps, and I went ahead and found the word awesome. If you're wondering what I was doing, I have two Chamel roller stamps, and I had the other one stamped out. I did not have this one. But this is the one I ended up using because it did say awesome, and it was awesome. And so I just took my Gina K amalgam ink square and did it along the red stripe and the pink stripe. Now I went and looked for something to do my journaling on, and I found this. This is actually from Pink Paisley, Paige Evans, Horizon. I believe it's Horizon. Not 100% sure there. And it was just in a little, I have a little tray where I have a bunch of little labels for journaling, and I thought, ooh, another element of green I can pull in. So I was super duper happy with that. So I'm almost done here. I'm just going to finish off with some Shimmer's Mist in Hermit the Frog, which is kind of like a limey green color. So while we're finishing off here, I do want to say thank you guys so much for joining me here. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be a super awesome thing to do. And also don't forget to check out all the other ladies who are participating in the March for the Love of Homemade Kits layout videos on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.